Back, guys and gals. It's that time of day again already. My name is Joseph. Welcome back to your trading psychology question of the day. Great question, great question. He says, I've been watching your psychology videos and they've really helped me a lot, but I'm still struggling with my emotions and it's clearly affecting my trading each day. He says, I feel like when I'm making money, I'm the king of the world, but when I'm losing money, life can't get any worse. Boy, do I know the sound of that, right? Any tricks, he asks, any tricks on getting off this emotional roller coaster? This is a great question. And I like how you use the word roller coaster because I think we all know that's exactly how it feels, isn't it? Yeah, I can definitely help you get off that emotional roller coaster. I've had quite a bit of success with my clients in this topic over the years, and I'd be happy to help. In my opinion, the emotional roller coaster comes from unrealistic expectations, and here's why. What we expect from our trading career will shape our psychology as we're developing into professional traders. In other words, if we expect good things to happen, we'll most likely be more optimistic, be more positive, and we'll probably have good things happen. If we expect bad things to happen, we're likely going to feel depression and anxiety, and we'll probably bring on those bad things. But it's more important, though, let's dig in deeper. If we expect to be perfect in our trading, or if we expect to be consistently profitable in an unrealistic period of time, we are most likely going to be let down and our emotions are going to start to creep into our trading day. In other words, our emotions are like a thermometer, right, or a benchmark for where we are on the path to reaching our expectations. And even more importantly, if our expectations are unrealistic, well, then we tend to really struggle with our emotions because, subconsciously we begin to realize that those expectations aren't going to happen in reality. Being a successful trader, in my mind, is all about keeping a positive mindset. And if my expectations are too high or too low for that matter, my emotions are going to threaten my ability to do my job. This is why you'll probably hear me say a lot, if you want to get off the emotional roller coaster, you need to align your expectations. And here are 3 common, unrealistic, and destructive expectations that prevent new traders from being consistently successful in the long term. The first destructive, unrealistic expectation or inaccurate expectation is that you have to make money to have a good day. Now, guys, if you need to make money in your mind, if you need to make money to have a good trading day, your level of confidence now, your positive mindset now will fluctuate with your P&L throughout the day. This is dangerous because in the event of trying to overcome a loss, for example, we want to be at our best when we're trying to overcome a loss. And with this mindset, tying profit to a good day, right, our confidence levels are going to be at their lowest when we need them to be their highest, which makes it more difficult to execute our plan correctly. A good day should be defined as a day where you accomplished a specific trading goal. And as we talked about before, right, a goal that was within your control, such as using the correct entry trigger, right, or managing the trade correctly, right, something that's defined in your rules that you can control. A good day is defined by following your trading rules, using proper risk management, using stress properly, right, and not allowing it to become distress. You should also expect to have good days, right? You should expect to have good days. And those good days should produce profit over the long term. But trying or tying your short-term P&L to your definition of a good day is a recipe for disaster. Ask yourself, what would make my trading day a success, even if I didn't make money or if I lost money today? Think about that for a second. What would make your day a success, even if you didn't make money or if you lost that day? Now, if you can focus on the answer to that question, you're going to be on the right track to a positive and productive mindset, which will make becoming a successful trader a whole lot easier to achieve. Now, the key takeaway from this is that to always have trading goals that are within your control. We don't control the market. We can only control our entry and exit decisions. Everything else and how the market reacts from there is out of our control. So focusing on the profits, not the process, right? Focus on goals that you can control and you'll have much better results. Set your expectations within your control and you'll get off the emotional roller coaster. Now, moving on, the second expectation that leads to disaster, and I see this a lot from new traders. They think that working harder means taking more trades. And they think that taking more trades is going to make them more money, right? They align success with trading frequency. But it's really the opposite of what most traders think. You know, I do realize that in almost every other industry where you're paid by the number of hours that you work, more work equals more money. Okay, that's what most of us as children, right, grew up. Most of us probably didn't get our first job, right, in some sort of commission-based or we probably didn't only start our lives, right, being a day trader. Now, we're not working by the hour in trading, right? We're actually small business owners as traders. And most of the time, believe it or not, the difference between success in a small business and failure in a small business is not the opportunities that we say yes to or the opportunities we take advantage of. It's actually the opportunities we turn down. That's why I always tell my clients, right, an easy way to simplify your life is start getting comfortable with saying the word no, right? And this translate, right, into trading. Make sure you understand. This is not working for an hourly wage. There is no benefit to doing more work. In fact, I tell my clients, the less work we have to do, the more energy we preserve, the better we're going to be able to follow our plan. Now, here's a few tricks. In my mind, every trade starts as a loss. Every trade starts in the red. And I teach this to my clients, and here's why. I like to think that every time I enter a new trade, I need to prepay the entire amount of risk up front to my broker. In other words, in my head, before I take a trade, right, I have to prepay that loss up front. So if I'm using a 10-tick stop with one contract on crude oil, it's not a free trade to get in. It costs me $100. That's the risk on that trade. Okay? When you look at it that way, you'll be more selective. I also like to think that when you get into a trade, you got to pay your broker. And on average, brokerage commissions are about, for futures, about $5 per contract. So you're already underwater, right, by $5 when you get into that trade. You then need to make that money back. You have to make back your commission. You're going to make back your prepaid loss. When you shift your thinking about entering new trades like I've described, you'll begin to find it easier to avoid over trading. And when you combine that with the understanding that less is more in trading, right? We're not working hourly as traders, right? More does not equal more, then you're on your way to long-term success. You know, over trading leads to losing trading, and most rookie traders never survive long enough to learn that valuable lesson. In my opinion, trading is all about identifying a short-term edge over the opposite side of the market, and those edges only happen a few times every day. They really don't. Now, if you trade more often than that, if you trade more often than when those edges are truly available, you're going to make your broker rich. You'll be the best client your broker has, right? But you'll be the broke one in that relationship. The key takeaway is that more trading doesn't mean more profits. It usually means the opposite in most cases. So be selective and feel free to use my kind of mental trick, my hack, if you will, right? Prepaying for each trade to encourage yourself to be more selective. Now, the third destructive assumption or expectation for a new trader that often leads to disaster. And I don't know where this comes from, but I can't even count the number of times I speak to a new trader who thinks they're going to start making money the very first week, right, in their trading career. This is likely because a lot of new traders have been successful in other careers, and they don't see why they can't just put some hard work in, right, and translate that success into trading success. And of course, right, the wake-up call when they can't do it as easily is quite disruptive when they realize that a fancy diploma and a 15-year career in another business, right, will not even come close to preparing you for the demands, right, of being a successful, consistently successful long-term trader. As if watching, 25 videos on YouTube and a few books on Amazon are going to be enough to properly prepare you for developing a strategy, controlling emotions, maintaining a positive mindset, avoiding distress. Do you see how unrealistic this is, guys and gals? Now, I'll definitely say, I'll be honest, I have clients who start working with me day one. They learn the strategy I provide them. They use all the cheat sheets, all the resources I provide. It takes them a few weeks to learn the strategy, and they're making money within a few months, right? This is not a download the software and make money by using magic indicators type of thing, right? But again, I've taken 10 years to develop my trading strategy, right? Teaching for almost 10 years now here at School of Trade, right, on how to make traders better, faster, easier, right? So it's going to be a little bit more extreme in my situation, right? It's elevated when you work with someone like me. And it's going to take most people a few weeks when you become a client of mine to learn the strategy, right? And then also a few weeks, right, to just see how you personally respond to that trading environment. Think of it this way. Successful traders make just as much money, if not more than, right, the other top professions in the world. Doctors, attorneys, maybe not as much as the big-time professional athletes, right, but your average professional athlete, et cetera, et cetera. Guys, these skills that pay hundreds of thousands, if not tens of millions of dollars a year, these skills take decades to learn. Not days. The reality is most new traders have seen way too many movies, right? There's some magic pill that makes them smarter, right? They've watched way too many YouTube videos using magic indicators and fancy one-click buy and sell software, right? As if that's really going to work, right? If I had magic software, would I be selling it on YouTube? I can definitely tell you I wouldn't be, right? And they have this inflated expectation of what their career is going to look like, and an unrealistic time frame of them trying to do it on their own. Successful traders are not born, right? You're not going to come out of the womb a successful trader. Okay, these skills are developed just like any other successful profession. You have to invest the time up front with minimal reward at first, but for a big payday, right, in the end. Again, if you make the wise decision to work with a professional coach who already has a trading strategy, who already has learned how to teach that strategy and has learned how to shorten that learning curve, right, avoiding the many pitfalls, then you can dramatically make this process easier. But if you rush into trading with no plan, no risk management, no trade management, no mindset control, and nothing but the feeling of distress in your stomach every morning when you get to your desk, with the bill collector knocking on your door, you're on the road to disaster. The key takeaway from this third destructive habit is that the most productive mindset for a new trader is to focus on the process of trading rather than the profits that come with it. If you do that successfully, you'll have plenty of profits, but there are no shortcuts other than working with a professional coach and having the right mindset along the way. If your plan is to do this on your own, it can be done. I'm self-taught. But it's not going to happen in 90 days. The markets are just too complex for that. I don't care what your IQ is or how fancy your degree on the wall is, right? The markets don't care about that. It can be done. It just will take you, right, a long period of time to do this slowly, and I've given you guys the tools here on this YouTube channel. Guys, let's recap. We've covered a lot in this video. So here's a quick recap. The question was, how do I get off the emotional roller coaster? To do this, you have to understand the following. First, a positive and confident mindset is essential for a successful trading career. Next, your self-defined expectations will either make it harder or easier to achieve that mindset. New traders often set unrealistic and really downright dangerous expectations for themselves, such as defining a good day as a profitable day only, assuming that more trading is more profit, expecting to make consistent profits in week number one on their own, and we discussed how to remedy these destructive expectations, right? Define a good day as one where you reached a specific goal. A specific goal should be something that you control. Focus on the process of trading, not the profit on trading, right? Because the profits will come if you master the process. We don't overtrade. We use mental tricks to be patient for the best trades. We don't have unrealistic expectations for being consistently profitable, especially if we're not working with a professional coach. And if we are working with a coach, we focus on getting better at following the rules of the strategy that we're learning because we will yield the fastest results that way. Now, before we finish up, I've got some homework for you. My clients don't call me Professor JJ for nothing. I want you to create a personal mission statement for your trading. That's your homework, guys. A mission statement, as defined by my good friends at Wikipedia, I'll put the link here for you guys, right, is a formal summary of the aims or goals and values of a company, organization, or individual. Now, as I mentioned already, as traders, we are small business owners, so we better start thinking like a small business. A mission statement is something that clearly defines who you are, what you're going to be as a trader, and it clearly defines what you value most, your expectations for yourself in the next 6 to 12 months, right, and the actions you'll take to get there. For example, your mission statement may say that you are someone who takes following your rules, right, seriously. It could say you make capital preservation a priority. You strive to maintain a positive and confident mindset by executing your strategy using daily goals that you can control. And before I let you go, you know what I'm going to do next. So I'm going to ask you for some feedback on this. I would love to know what your personal mission statement is. You know, post a comment below this video on YouTube or on my blog and tell me what's your personal mission statement. Have you ever found yourself being a victim of these destructive expectations? Right? Do you have any other destructive expectations that I might have missed in this video? Put those below the video in the comments section. Or maybe, how did you get off the emotional roller coaster? What worked best for you? Have you ever gotten off the emotional roller coaster and then got thrown back on it, right, because of some bad decisions? Boy, guys, I hope you found today's psychology lesson extremely valuable. And I would love to hear from you about additional topics. So email me, call me in the office, drop me a comment below the video, and let me know what other topics you want to see covered, right, in this daily psychology lesson. Do me a favor, drop me some comments, give me a thumbs up, right, for a like, right, and share this information with a friend. And don't forget, every morning, 8 o'clock Eastern time, I'll see my advanced members in the trade room. We get a great free trial on the homepage of the website. My newsletter goes out every evening, Monday through Thursday, on my blog at sidewaysmarkets.com. And as always, my name is Joseph. Be well out there. Be nice to each other, will ya? Be here next time. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye for now.